It's BuMpY-isms frozen pizza reviews. Yeah.
Tonight on BuMpY-isms frozen pizza review, we got Jack's original thin pepperoni, and it's made with pork, chicken, and beef. The pepperoni is, anyways. You can grill this one. I tried that once, not with Jack's, but it didn't work for me. Of course, you know, if you do it right, I'm sure it will work perfectly fine. There are folks out there that do grill their pizzas. But yeah, since 1960, it's a family favorite. It's made with real cheese. That's always good to see. I've yet to see one made with plastic. But let's go ahead and get this out of the wrapper so you see what it looks like. Okay, so it's time for the big reveal. Yeah, not too bad. I think I'm gonna kind of move those pepperonis around just a little bit. Maybe this one could go there. Yeah, this one, it's on top of that other one. Let's just move that one there. This one could come back a little bit over here, I think. And yeah, let's put that one there. This one maybe just a little bit of room right there. Maybe right there. This one, I think, can come up just a touch. Alright, I think it's still looking fucked up. Let's put it in the oven. Okay, so here we are with the Jack's fresh out of the oven. Anyways, the pizza said to cook it for 11 minutes at 425. I took it out at 10 minutes because it started to brown quite a bit there. I didn't want it to get too dark. The price of this Jack's was $3.86. I think it used to be down in the $2 range, but you know, inflation, everything's gone up in price. I think that the Tombstone is only like $1 more than this. Now, I don't have the receipt for the Tombstone, but it's right there, and I believe that's what I saw. It was like $4.86, about $5 or so for the Tombstone. But let's just see how this one crust. Now, this is a super thin crust too. I mean, this is like very, very like wafer thin crust. All right, so just a little bit of crispy on the outer side here. All right, well, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the first slice, but you know how I do it. I'm gonna eat the whole fucking pie, which shouldn't be too tough because it's super thin. All right, so here we are with our first slice. I have the whole pie right here. As you can see, that is almost as thin as the cardboard plate that I have it on here. But we got our first slice. This just came out of the oven, so it may be really hot, or it may not. I don't know. Hopefully I did a good job with taking out that minute earlier. It was just looking like it was darkening up around the... I didn't want the top to kind of get too dark. I want it to look good too, you know? Not just taste good. It actually kind of folds. It actually folds a little bit. But let's take this first bite here, the first slice. Well, it's kind of as expected. It's a very porky pepperoni. At least I'm not getting metallic flavors out of it, but it is very pork forward pepperoni. Sauce so far is I don't know what to think about it. I mean, it's definitely not the best sauce ever. There is plenty of sauce on it though, and the crust, you can barely taste the crust because it's so thin. But I'm going to continue to eat this first slice, and then we'll recap here and get down to the last slice. All right, last little bit of the first slice here. For under $4, it's not the worst thing in the world. I can say that. But I'm gonna eat the rest of this and come back to you with kind of my final thoughts with the last slice. All right, we are back with the final slice here of this Jack's pepperoni. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start eating, and then I'll get back to I fold this one, make it like a calzone, right? We'll get back to what I kind of think about this Jack's experience. Dude, that's dripping grease. All right, so here we are. We're down to like the last couple of bites of this one. It's been dripping like grease and sauce coming out of it as well. They did put plenty of sauce on this. The sauce is a little less than desirable, but it's at least got plenty of it. The pepperonis, once again, I don't know. The pepperonis always seem to fail me. At least I can say, like I said in the first slice there, it's not coming off with a metallic flavor note. It's just very pork heavy pepperoni. It doesn't have a lot of spice to it, but overall, I mean, it's an okay cheap ass pepperoni. The sauce definitely needs some help, but you know, the crust, it's thin, it's crackery. Think of maybe like a saltine with no salt type of a crust. It's somewhat crispy, mostly on the outer edges. That's where it's starting to really darken, and the center was a little bit more, we'll say, not as crisp. It could have gone for that extra minute. I was just kind of eyeballing it, and I noticed it was darkening quite a bit around the edges with the cheese and everything. So I wanted it to look kind of appropriate too, and overall not too bad on that, anyways. Yeah, so there's that crunch, that crispy, crackery crunch from this thin crust pizza. As far as feeding a family with one of these, it says the whole pizza is three servings, but I think that's European servings. So an American serving, one pizza feeds one person. As far as the flavors and stuff like that go, yeah, it's really not the greatest, but it's like price for that. It was like one of the cheapest pizzas I purchased. It used to be cheaper. It's gone up a little bit in price, but at least it's not like that Pep's one that was like $10 for an underwhelming pie. This is an underwhelming pie, but it's under $4. It's priced right, so I'm happier with it. It's what I kind of expected out of it, and realistically, it's not that bad. Yeah, I'd say if you're on an extreme budget and you want a pizza, yeah, Jack's is all right. It's edible. Cheers. Thanks for watching.